I'm Kolpaert. You can follow me on Twitter or on Identica at Pieter Kolpaert. So first of all, I'm very happy to speak for an international audience because yeah, this thing is quite international. Because if I would go to Italy, I don't know a lot about Italy. I would have to find my way through the public transportation system, and so if I would want to take the train, then I wouldn't know where to find the right information, because probably in the stations everything will be in Italian, and I don't know any Italian, sorry. So I will probably look on my smartphone, but which websites should I check? What is the company that takes care of this information? I don't have a clue. So what do? I take my smartphone, I go to my normal application, and I try to find the right information. But there is no such thing in Europe at this moment which gives all my information in one place, and there is no such thing as an application that combines all the different companies in one app. So who are we? We are just a bunch of people. We are people with commercial interests or people who just want to do this for fun, just like a normal open source community who wants to take care of this problem. And at this moment we take care of the NMBS, which is the Belgian rail company. So we take care of public transport data for developers. Yeah, so anyone can use our data which is on a server by API. So we had some problems recently. In September we were doing all this stuff, and in July, sorry, or in June even, we got this letter which said we had to stop immediately with what we were doing. Yeah, with kind of arguments that we didn't agree with. So there was an attorney, Iwan van den Branden. I don't think maybe he is here, over there. Thanks, Iwan, for sending a letter back. Yeah. Yeah, thanks to him, we're still up and running. And of course, yeah, thanks to Vincent van Quickenborne, which is a minister here in our country, who sent a tweet to put irail back online, and we got a huge Slashdot effect and all that stuff. So we are still up and running, and this is, yeah, this simple interface is what we do at this moment and what we have done for 2 years long. And this is just a screenshot of irail.be, which you can find all the schedules for the trains in Belgium. Only the trains at this moment, but we are planning on making this bigger. So this website connects through an API, which is this nice XML interface, yeah, you can see various data which we don't show all in the web interface. But of course there are other interfaces such as or apps and such as widgets, or you can implement something yourself, or you can use this on your website to show how your office deals with transport data and stuff. So yeah, I won't feed the trolls, we also have JSON. So for people who don't like XML, we have 4 requests in our API. That's stations, that's all the list of all the stops of a certain public transport company. For trains, this is obviously all the stations. For buses, this is all the bus stops, and so on. We also have connections. This is to plan a trip to a certain place. We have a live board. Live boards are stuff that you will see when you enter a station or a bus stop. You will see all the time schedules for the next few trains that will leave or depart, leave or arrive. Yeah. And we have information about one specific vehicle. So So you don't have to implement this API yourself. You can, of course, we have written a lot of code ourselves already. You can reuse that. All the code we write is under a GPL version 3 license, or maybe some apps are under MIT, but that's the author's choice, of course. For the lazy people who didn't go to project.irail.be yet, scan it. You got it? Right. Oh, wait. Yeah, go on. Right. So, for the people who want to do a project with this data, we started an NPO, that's a non-profit organization. And you can reach us in several ways. You can use IRC for the diehard hackers who always use IRC, such as I and you probably. There is a mailing list. There is a track. So if you have a problem, file a bug report. We also have Twitter and Identica, so follow us on Twitter and post a lot of messages in the Identica group. If you have bigger projects or ideas, please come to us afterwards. We will answer this. We will like to answer this and work together, maybe. If you are a public transport company, please come to us. We would like to work together. So, what is in the future? We will do a new specification, so we will still keep these 4 functions, but we will add functionality, such as more request parameters. We will use point of interest, so that's a POIs, such as I want to visit Colosseum at Rome. How do I get there from my home? There are more types of transport that we will do. And of course more countries. So if you have a country, probably you have a country. Please, if you want this, come to us and we will work together. If you're not a public transport company yourself, we can do a scraping thing, or there are various ways to solve this problem. So with the non-profit organization, we will do our first general meetup the 14th of February. We love public transport. At Tourat and Taxi in Brussels. So if you would like to come, you're welcome. And in that specification, we will also take into account the things we learned from API version 1.0, which are quite a lot of tickets which are still open. If you're such a person who entered the bug report for that, we will solve that in 2.0. So examples, we have btrains.com. I will not show any screenshots of the applications because some people might be offended if I show an iPhone application or if I show a Nokia only screenshot. So please, for your system, just download it. For Android and iPhone, it's in the App Store, so you can install it very quickly. And for Nokia, for the MIMO platform, we have it in Nightly. So go to that URL and download it, please. For Windows Phone 7, yes, we support that as well. Samsung Bara and BlackBerry Playbook, the app btrains is under development. You can help, of course, at our GitHub account /irail. We also have widgets which are written entirely in jQuery or in JavaScript, and these run live. You can go to widgets.irail.be and give you the right information about one certain station. So, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope some people will come afterwards to me to ask whether their country can be supported or a certain type of transport can be supported. So if there are any questions, I would like to take them. I think I have still 5 minutes left. Yeah.
question you provide for Migo is only for Migo 5 or also for the older one?
For Migo or
Migo 5 only or also for Migo 4?
Could you repeat the question?
Yes. The question was, can we use this for Memo 5 or for the older versions? I'm looking to my app developer and he says no, only for 5. Yes?
Will we be able to download the schedule data?
Will we be able to download the schedule data? Well, for some companies this is a major issue because they don't like to share their data in an open way and afterwards, so that other people can reuse that and maybe they will work with an older dump, so with data that's not really up to date. So transport companies ask us to not offer data dumps, but for some companies we will eventually do that if they allow us to do so. Yes?
Have you ever encountered interesting technical countermeasures?
Can you speak up, please?
Have you ever encountered interesting technical countermeasures?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Have you ever encountered scrambling or any techniques that these providers use to prevent scrambling?
Sorry, I really didn't get that.
Have you come across techniques that the providers use to stop you from screen scraping?
No, we haven't. So the question was, do providers try to stop us? And the answer is yes. Well, we had this cease and desist letter, but from technical points we have never received any obstruction like that. So we can route around that with trying other IPs and stuff if they would do that. But at this moment we don't like to be seen as an illegal project. We are really just some awesome people who try to be awesome for everyone, even the transport companies. Yes?
What is the license of the data that you already have?
Yes, that's a very good question. What's the license of the data that we already have? Well, at this moment we only have the data of the Belgian train company, but the Belgian bus company, the Flemish bus company, is we are talking with, and we are talking with the Brussels bus company. But the data of the Belgian railway company is really normal, and in our point of view it's free to use. You can use that without any license, since there's I'm sure Ewan, who's very close to you, will give a very over the right in front of you will give a very broad answer to that. But we generally say there are no copyrights on the data because of the second database law. You can look that up if you want, or ask Ewan about that.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Peter.